Dear friends, welcome back to my channel, Beauty of the World. Today we're setting off on an epic road trip from Brussels, Belgium by car, all the way to Vienna, Austria, starting our Europe tour in summer 2024. Get ready to join us as we explore stunning landscapes, beautiful cities, and everything in between. Buckle up, let's hit the road. The journey is about 1,100 kilometers, and it will take around 12 hours, and we need to arrive in Vienna by the evening. We're starting our journey in Brussels, the vibrant capital of Belgium where we live. Our journey goes through Germany. Out of the 1,100 kilometers, around 700 kilometers lies through Germany. So, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the highlights of our tour. So, dear friends, it is time to wrap up the video as we are arriving in Vienna. It's been an incredible journey through Belgium, Germany, and Austria. Due to unexpected traffic along the road, it took 14 hours to reach our destination. If you enjoyed coming along for the ride, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. I will see you soon with another video on our Europe tour. Dear friends, starting our Europe tour in summer 2024, today we are visiting the beautiful Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna, Austria. The palace was the main summer residence of the Habsburg rulers, located in Hietzing, the 13th district of Vienna. The name Schönbrunn has its roots in an artesian well from which water was consumed by the court. This 1,441-room Baroque palace is one of the most important architectural, cultural, and historic monuments in the country. The history of the palace and its vast gardens spans over 300 years, reflecting the changing tastes, interests, and aspirations of successive Habsburg monarchs. It has been a major tourist attraction since the mid-1950s in Vienna. In 1569, Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian II purchased a large floodplain of the Vienna River beneath a hill, situated between Meidling and Hietzing. The former owner, in 1548, had erected a mansion called Katterberg. The emperor ordered the area to be fenced and put game there, such as pheasants, ducks, deer, and boar, in order for it to serve as the court's recreational hunting ground. In a small separate part of the area, exotic birds such as turkeys and peafowl were kept. Fish ponds were also built. Since 1992, the palace and gardens have been owned and administered by a limited liability company wholly owned by the Republic of Austria. UNESCO catalogued Schönbrunn Palace on the World Heritage List in 1996, together with its gardens, as a remarkable Baroque ensemble and example of synthesis of the arts. The great parterre of Schönbrunn Garden is lined on both sides with 32 over life-size sculptures that represent mythological deities and virtues. The Neptune Fountain at the foot of Gloriette Hill is the crowning monument of the great parterre. Other sculptures are distributed throughout the garden and palace forecourt, including fountains and pools. So, dear friends, there are many ticketing options that you can select based on your requirement and available time to visit the palace. We decided to go inside the palace and enjoy the full view. I invite all of you to join me as I am bringing you the luxurious interior of this amazing Schönbrunn palace. So friends, with this I will end my video. See you soon with the highlights of our second day tour in Vienna, Austria. Welcome to Vienna, the cultural heart of Austria, a city where history, art, and music come alive. Dear friends, this is our second day in Vienna, Austria. Vienna is the first stop of our Europe tour in summer 2024. Join us on this journey as we explore the wonders of this timeless European gem during the day. As I shown in my last video, we visited the Schönbrunn Palace, which is the main attraction in Vienna on our first day. So, let's continue today's journey. Vienna is the capital, most populous city, and one of 9 federal states of Austria. It is Austria's primate city with just over 2 million inhabitants. It represents nearly 1/3 of the country's population. Vienna is the cultural, economic, and political center of the country, the 5th largest city by population in the European Union, and the most populous of the cities on the Danube River. The St. Charles's Church, which is an 18th century Habsburg domed cathedral with a 32.5-meter platform for views of the ornate frescoes, was our first stop during our tour. No trip to Vienna is complete without a visit to the Vienna State Opera. This world-famous opera house has hosted the greatest composers and musicians throughout history, from Mozart to Beethoven. Even if you're not attending a performance, the building itself is a work of art. So, we took the English medium tour to the Opera House, and I will bring you a separate video on this amazing building. Then we arrived at the Hofburg Palace area, which was once the home of emperors and now a symbol of Vienna's rich imperial history. As you walk through its courtyards, you'll encounter stunning museums, royal treasures including the Mozart Monument. Museum of Natural History, Maria Theresienplatz and Palais Imperial area is another interesting area to visit in Vienna. When you are walking ahead passing this area, you can see the stunning Parliament building of Austria near the Dr. Karl Renner Ring Dreh Road. The Sigmund Freud Park is a landscaped area with a grassy lawn, shade trees, and lounge chairs. The park is named for Sigmund Freud, who was an Austrian neurologist and the founder of psychoanalysis, and the distinctive theory of mind and human agency derived from it. You can also see the Sigmund Freud stele in this park. The votive church, which is a neo-Gothic style church, is also located near the park. Ending our Vienna tour, we arrived at the St. Stephen's Cathedral area. The cathedral is a Gothic masterpiece that has witnessed centuries of history. Its towering spire and intricate architecture captivate every visitor, while inside, the atmosphere of reverence and beauty takes you back in time. The Mythos Mozart, which is an immersive multimedia experience in Vienna dedicated to the life and legacy of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, is also just a few steps away from St. Stephen's Cathedral. The surrounding area is very vibrant, colorful, and filled with visitors. So, dear friends, with this vibe, I will end my video showing 2 more activities I recorded in the area. I will see you soon with our next travel destination of our Europe tour. Dear friends, today is the 4th day of our Europe tour. Today we are visiting Budapest, the capital of Hungary. This journey takes us through some of Central Europe's most picturesque landscapes. From the grand imperial sights of Vienna to the stunning Danube views in Budapest, this trip offers something for every traveler. The distance between the two cities is about 240 kilometers. It will take around 3 hours to reach Budapest. As we leave the elegant streets of Vienna behind, watch how the bustling city gradually gives way to serene countryside views, with rolling hills and charming villages dotting the route. After 3 hours, we arrived in Budapest. This stunning capital of Hungary, often called the Jewel of the Danube, is known for its rich history, majestic architecture, and vibrant cultural scene. Budapest is a must-visit destination for any traveler exploring Central Europe. The city is divided by the Danube River into 2 main parts, Buda and Pest, each offering unique experiences. We parked our car in Pest and explored Buda region first. Buda, on the western bank, is the historic heart of the city, filled with medieval charm, cobblestone streets, and rolling hills. First, we arrived in Fisherman's Bastion. It is a neo-Gothic and neo-Romanesque monument that offers breathtaking panoramic views over the city, including the majestic Danube River, the stunning Hungarian Parliament building, and the vibrant streets of Pest. Built between 1895 and 1902, the structure was designed to celebrate the 1000th anniversary of the Hungarian state and serves as a tribute to the fishermen who defended this stretch of the city walls during the Middle Ages. The bastion is renowned for its 7-spired towers, which represent the 7 Magyar tribes that settled in the Carpathian Basin in 895 AD, marking the birth of Hungary. The statue of King Stephen I, Hungary's first king, and the founder of the Hungarian state, located in the middle of the bastion's square. It's an important symbol of Hungary's rich history and cultural heritage. The Church of Our Lady of Buda Castle, or the Matthias Church, is located right next to the Fisherman's Bastion. The church has stood for over 700 years, with its origins dating back to the 11th century when the first church was built on this site. However, it wasn't until the 14th century, under the reign of King Matthias Corvinus, that the church was given its current Gothic form and later took on the name of the Beloved King. Then we walked to the Buda Castle. The walk from Fisherman's Bastion to Buda Castle is roughly 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how often you stop to enjoy the sights. The path was easy to follow, and we walked along cobbled streets that have retained their medieval charm. Along the way, we passed small squares, artisan shops, and well-preserved medieval walls. Before entering the Buda Castle, we stopped at the Sandor Palace to watch the changing of the guard ceremony. This traditional military ceremony is a must-see for visitors, offering a sense of pageantry and pride in Hungary's history. The palace was built in the early 19th century for Count Vince Sandor, a nobleman and statesman who wanted a prestigious home in the Buda Castle area. The palace later became the residence of several high-ranking Hungarian officials and aristocrats. By 2003, it officially became the office of the President of Hungary. Then we entered the Buda Castle area. It is one of Budapest's most iconic and historically significant landmarks. Perched high on Castle Hill, overlooking the Danube River, this impressive royal palace has witnessed centuries of Hungary's rich history, from medieval times to the modern day. Today, Buda Castle stands as a symbol of Hungarian resilience, cultural heritage, and architectural splendor. The origins of Buda Castle date back to the 13th century, when it was first constructed to defend against Mongol invasions. Over the centuries, it evolved into a lavish royal residence. The castle has seen countless transformations and reconstructions, enduring invasions by the Ottomans, battles during the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and heavy damage during World War II. It is now home to some of Budapest's most prestigious cultural institutions, including the Hungarian National Gallery and the Budapest History Museum. One of the most unforgettable features of Buda Castle is the panoramic view it offers over Budapest. One of the most scenic ways to reach Buda Castle is via the Budavári Sikló, the funicular that connects the chain bridge with the castle. This short ride offers beautiful views of the city as you ascend Castle Hill. For a more immersive experience, you can take a leisurely walk up the hill through the winding cobblestone streets of the castle district. Then we stepped into the iconic chain bridge to cross the Danube River and to move to the Pest district. The chain bridge was the first permanent stone bridge built across the Danube in Hungary. Its construction began in 1839 and was completed in 1849. The bridge's opening was celebrated as a significant milestone in Hungarian history, symbolizing national unity and progress. It was a marvel of engineering for its time, featuring impressive stone arches and decorative lion statues guarding each end. The bridge stretches approximately 375 meters and is 14 meters wide. After walking around 450 meters along the Danube riverbank, we arrived at the Shoes on the Danube Bank Memorial. It was designed to honor the memory of the Jews who were killed by Arrow Cross militiamen along the banks of the Danube during the final months of World War II. During this time, many Jewish men, women, and children were forced to remove their shoes before being shot at the riverbank, their bodies falling into the water. We continued to walk around another 400 meters ahead to see the Hungarian Parliament building. Standing majestically on the banks of the Danube River, the Hungarian Parliament building is one of the most iconic landmarks in Budapest and a symbol of Hungary's national identity. This architectural marvel is not only a testament to the country's rich history, but also a stunning example of Gothic revival architecture. Construction of the Hungarian Parliament building began in 1885 and was completed in 1904. The Hungarian Parliament building is one of the largest parliamentary buildings in the world and boasts an impressive 268 meters in length and 123 meters in height. The Parliament Garden surrounds the Parliament building and is part of the larger Kossuth Lajos Square. The garden features a harmonious blend of natural beauty and urban design, providing a tranquil escape from the bustling city. Throughout the park, you'll find several statues and monuments commemorating important figures in Hungarian history. At the Kossuth Lajos Square, we got into a tram and then to an underground metro to go to the Heroes Square. Heroes Square was constructed in 1896 to commemorate the millennium of Hungary's conquest of the Carpathian Basin. The square was designed as part of the celebrations, marking the 1000th anniversary of the arrival of the Magyars in the region. At the heart of Heroes' Square stands the Millennium Monument, an impressive column adorned with a statue of the Archangel Gabriel atop a 36-meter-high pedestal. The Archangel holds the Holy Crown and the Double Cross, symbolizing Hungary's Christian heritage. Unfortunately, the monument was under construction. Then we returned to the St. Stephen's Basilica area. Construction of the basilica began in 1851 and was completed in 1905, although it faced several interruptions due to political and financial challenges, including the Austro-Hungarian Compromise. The area surrounding St. Stephen's Basilica is one of Budapest's most vibrant and lively neighborhoods, filled with cultural attractions, dining options, shopping, and beautiful architecture. This bustling district is a perfect blend of historical charm and modern convenience, making it a must-visit for anyone exploring Budapest. The area also boasts a wide variety of dining options, from traditional Hungarian cuisine to international fare. You can also try the rose ice cream like we did. So, dear friends, as our journey through the enchanting city of Budapest comes to a close, it's time to reflect on the unforgettable experiences, rich history, and vibrant culture that have filled our day. Saying goodbye in Budapest is an opportunity to reflect on the incredible experiences we've had. Until we meet again in Beauty of the World, safe travels and may your future adventures be just as memorable. Dear friends, today is the 5th day of our Europe tour. Today we are visiting Bratislava, the capital city of Slovakia, from Vienna, Austria. For this journey, we selected a river cruise on the Danube River. Our journey begins with a train ride from our hotel to the port in the Vienna city. As we step off the train, the beauty of Vienna's riverside greets us, setting the stage for an unforgettable trip to Bratislava. From the grandeur of Vienna's historic skyline to the lush riverbanks along the way, this cruise promises a perfect blend of history, nature, and relaxation. Let's set sail and explore the wonders that await on this captivating voyage from Austria to Slovakia. The journey is about 75 minutes. We booked the fast catamaran operated by the Twin City Liner for the journey. So, welcome aboard this scenic river cruise. This route offers a perfect blend of breathtaking landscapes, historic landmarks, and the serene beauty of one of Europe's most iconic rivers. Whether you're drawn by the imperial grandeur of Vienna, the medieval charm of Bratislava, or the tranquil waters of the Danube, this cruise promises a unique and unforgettable travel experience. The Danube is the second longest river in Europe, flowing through 10 countries and connecting some of the continent's most historic cities. The Vienna to Bratislava stretch is a unique journey, where travelers experience a blend of urban sophistication, natural beauty, and centuries of history in just a few hours. As the cruise leaves Vienna, passengers can enjoy views of the city's modern skyline mixed with classical architecture. As the ship sails eastward, the Danube's scenic beauty unfolds, with gentle hills, vineyards, and small villages dotting the riverbanks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenic river cruise. Finally, the cruise arrived in Bratislava, a city with a rich blend of medieval, Baroque, and modern architecture. Its compact old town is home to colorful buildings, cobblestone streets, and landmarks like Bratislava Castle and St. Martin's Cathedral, which dominate the city's skyline. The lively atmosphere with cafes, street performers, and markets creates a warm welcome for visitors arriving by river. As our cruise comes to an end, we leave the peaceful waters of the Danube behind, but carry with us the memories of breathtaking landscapes, historic landmarks, and the timeless beauty of this journey. From Vienna's imperial grandeur to Bratislava's medieval streets, this river cruise has offered a perfect escape into the heart of Central Europe. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable adventure. If you enjoyed the experience, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more travel journeys. I will see you next week with the highlights of our Bratislava tour. Dear friends, I hope you remember our journey from Vienna to Bratislava on the Danube River. So today I'm bringing you the highlights of our one-day trip to Bratislava. Join us as we discover the beauty and history of Bratislava, the captivating capital of Slovakia. Situated on the banks of the Danube River, this city boasts a rich cultural heritage, stunning medieval architecture, and a vibrant modern atmosphere. In this video, we'll explore Bratislava's top landmarks, from the iconic Bratislava Castle with its panoramic views to the charming streets of the old town. It's located near the borders of Austria and Hungary, making it one of the few capitals in the world that borders two other countries. The city's history is marked by the influence of various empires and cultures, making it a unique blend of traditions and architectural styles. The area around Bratislava has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with evidence of Celtic and Roman settlements. The Romans established a military camp in the area as part of their northern border in the 1st century AD, which contributed to the region's early development. So after arriving in the city, we first visited the Bratislava Castle. The iconic castle, perched on a hilltop overlooking the Danube River, offers not only stunning views, but also a rich historical experience. Its location made it a natural strategic stronghold throughout the centuries, offering control over trade routes along the Danube and across the broader region. The castle is an imposing rectangular structure with 4 corner towers. The first known castle was built in the 9th century during the time of the Great Moravian Empire. It became an important stronghold in the Kingdom of Hungary after the Magyar conquest in the early 10th century. In 1811, the castle was heavily damaged by fire and remained in ruins for over a century. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that significant efforts were made to restore the castle. Major reconstruction took place in the 1950s, and the work was completed by the 1960s. Today it houses the Slovak National Museum. After enjoying the panoramic views of the city and the Danube River, we began our walk by exiting the castle grounds through the main gate to the Presidential Palace in Bratislava. Walking from Bratislava Castle to the Presidential Palace was a pleasant and scenic journey that took us through some of Bratislava's most charming streets and historic areas. The terrain is mostly downhill from the castle, paved streets, and pedestrian-friendly areas. Built in 1760, the Presidential Palace in Bratislava, also known as Grasalkovich Palace, is a significant historical and political landmark in Slovakia. Located in the heart of the city, It serves as the official residence of the President of Slovakia. Then we started walking from the presidential palace to Eurovia shopping mall. The walk was a pleasant and easy stroll through Bratislava's city center, combining historic sites with modern urban areas. Eurovia is one of Bratislava's premier shopping and entertainment destinations, located along the banks of the Danube River. Combining a modern shopping mall, office spaces, residential buildings, and a scenic riverside promenade, Eurovia has become a vibrant urban hub in the Slovak capital. The Danube Promenade behind the shopping mall is a beautiful space for walking, jogging, or just relaxing. It's lined with restaurants and cafes, and there are plenty of benches and seating areas where you can enjoy the river views. After spending some time in the shopping mall, we started walking through the promenade towards another unique attraction in Bratislava, the Blue Church. The Blue Church, officially named Church of St. Elizabeth, is one of Bratislava's most unique and beloved landmarks. It was built between 1909 and 1913 and is an excellent example of Art Nouveau architecture, a style that was popular in Europe at the turn of the 20th century. The church's most prominent feature is its soft pastel blue color. Then, we entered the Old Town area. Bratislava's Old Town is the historical heart of the Slovak capital and one of its most charming districts. With its narrow cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, and well-preserved medieval architecture, it offers a captivating glimpse into the city's rich past. Bratislava's Old Town is famous for its quirky statues that add character and charm to the city. Some of the most famous ones include Kumil the sewer worker, Shona Nazi, and Napoleon's soldier. The Old Town streets are narrow and winding, with colorful facades and decorative street lamps. It also home to numerous cafes, bars, and restaurants. Outdoor seating is popular, especially during the warmer months when the squares and pedestrian streets are bustling with activity. In general, Bratislava's Old Town is a beautiful blend of medieval, Renaissance, Baroque, and modern elements. It offers a journey through time with its historic squares, architectural gems, and atmospheric streets. So, dear friends, as our journey in Bratislava comes to an end, it is time to say goodbye to this vibrant city. For our return trip to Vienna, we booked a train ride. Heading back to Vienna by train is a seamless and scenic experience. The train ride is not only convenient, but also offers stunning views of the Danube River and the surrounding countryside, making it a perfect way to reflect on our experiences. The journey typically takes about an hour, giving you just enough time to soak in the last glimpses of Bratislava's beautiful skyline and charming architecture. We hope you've enjoyed this trip as much as we have, exploring the vibrant culture and rich history of Bratislava. Thank you for traveling with us, and we look forward to sharing more exciting adventures in the future. Safe travels.
Bueno, familia, déjenme presentarles a Hungary, la versión contemporánea.
Dear friends, we are in Potsdam area in Berlin, Germany. Today we are visiting the Sanssouci Park in Potsdam. This is one of Germany's most famous and beautiful historical landscapes. The park and its palaces are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, attracting visitors from around the world. It is a place where art, nature, and history meet together. The park spans over 700 acres and is a masterpiece of Baroque and landscaped gardening. The heart of the park is this Sanssouci Palace. It is one of the most iconic symbols of Prussian history and European Rococo architecture. Built between 1745 and 1747, this intimate yet exquisite summer residence was the personal retreat of Frederick the Great, King of Prussia. The name Sanssouci means without worries, perfectly capturing the palace's intended purpose as a haven of tranquility. The terraced gardens below the palace are a masterpiece of landscape architecture. The 6 vineyard terraces descend gently, each lined with grapevines, fig trees, and classical statues. At the base of the terraces lies the great fountain, surrounded by mythological sculptures, forming the heart of the Baroque garden. The terraces lead the eye naturally up to the palace, emphasizing its central role in the design. Spanning over 700 acres, Sanssouci Park is a masterpiece of landscaping, where every corner tells a story. From the cascading Great Fountain to the tranquil Linden Avenue, the park's design invites you to lose yourself in its beauty. The gardens of Sanssouci are among the most breathtaking examples of European landscape design, embodying the vision of Frederick the Great. These meticulously curated grounds combine the order of Baroque gardening with the romanticism of English-style landscapes, creating an enchanting environment of beauty, symmetry, and serenity. Now we are walking towards the new palace. It is located at the western edge of Sanssouci Park, and it is a stunning representation of Prussian wealth and ambition. Built between 1763 and 1769, under the reign of Frederick the Great, it was intended as a display of the kingdom's power and resilience following the conclusion of the 7 Years' War. The palace's grand facade stretches over 200 meters, combining Baroque and Rococo elements with an emphasis on symmetry. A central dome crowned with a gilded figure of Fortuna dominates the structure, symbolizing good fortune and triumph. Over 400 statues, representing mythological and allegorical themes, adorn the roofline and terraces. This arcades and triumph arch of the new palace is a striking architectural feature that enhances the grandeur of the new palace within Sanssouci Park. This semicircular arcade, flanked by a triumphal arch, serves as a symbolic and functional connection between the palace and its auxiliary buildings, known as the communes. The structure perfectly embodies the Baroque ideals of symmetry, grandeur, and artistic flourish. All these buildings are now belongs to the University of Potsdam, established in 1991. Next, we move to the Orangery Palace in the park, which is the last attraction for us during the tour. The Orangery Palace is a magnificent structure inspired by the elegance of Italian Renaissance villas. Built between 1851 and 1864 during the reign of King Frederick William IV of Prussia, it serves as a testament to his artistic vision and love for classical architecture. The palace was originally designed as a royal guest house and a winter refuge for exotic plants. The central building is flanked by 2 long colonnaded wings, creating a dramatic sense of scale and symmetry. A series of terraced gardens surround the palace, echoing the style of Italian Renaissance villas. Flower beds, fountains, and classical sculptures adorn these gardens, creating a tranquil and picturesque setting. As the day at Sanssouci Park comes to an end, it's time to say goodbye from this amazing environment. See you soon with another video on Beauty of the World. Safe travels! Dear friends, today we are in Berlin, the capital of Germany, for a quick sightseeing. First, we visited this memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. It is one of Berlin's most significant landmarks, dedicated to the Jewish victims of the Holocaust. It's a place for reflection and remembrance, located in the heart of the city near Brandenburg Gate. The memorial consists of 2,711 gray concrete stelae, rectangular blocks of varying heights arranged on a sloping, uneven ground. Opened to the public in 2005, the memorial's stark minimalist design invites visitors to reflect on the scale and tragedy of the Holocaust. The pathways between the stelae can feel disorienting, symbolizing confusion and loss. This Brandenburg Gate is another of Berlin's iconic landmarks, symbolizing unity and peace. Built in the late 18th century, it has witnessed some of the most significant events in German and European history. When you walked towards the Spree River, you can see this Germany's federal parliament building. This iconic structure combines its 19th century architecture with modern design, symbolizing Germany's democratic and transparent governance. This 400-kilometer-long, picturesque Spree River flows through Berlin, adding charm and history to the cityscape. Then we arrived at the Berlin Wall Monument, which is the most significant site in Berlin, to understand the history and impact of the Berlin Wall. Located on Bernauer Straße, it preserves an original section of the wall and tells the stories of those who lived with its presence during the Cold War. It is an open-air memorial which is always accessible. This Checkpoint Charlie Monument is one of Berlin's most famous landmarks and a poignant reminder of the Cold War era. Located in the city center, it was the most well-known border crossing between East and West Berlin during the division of the city. Today, it serves as a symbol of Berlin's history and the tension between democracy and communism. At last, we visited the memorial to the victims of the Berlin Wall, which is a powerful site dedicated to those who lost their lives trying to escape from East Berlin to West Berlin during the period of division from 1961 to 1989. Since we had limited time to spend in Berlin, it's time to end today's video. See you soon with another video on Beauty of the World. Safe travels!